liked you better with glasses.
Too bad. I like me better without them.
Hey, pretty fans! Welcome to another episode of the Better with Glasses podcast. I'm your host, Vicky Bazzalia, and with me is Casey.
Hey.
And we're here for a very special episode because this is our
finale
of the
replay
it
forward
episode
series.
So this is going to be mostly about summer love, and we're going to go through our 10 categories. But before we do that, a little bit of a disclaimer. This is our second time.
We did the cardinal sin of podcasting where we forgot to record.
And if you've been following our podcast for a while, you've probably heard this announcement a couple of times. So
yeah, yep, a few times over the years.
Yeah.
One time it happened twice where we ended up having to do the show 3 times.
And it was like a 2.5 hour long episode.
Yeah. It wasn't both times that we forgot to record. It was like crappy audio, and then we forgot to record, and then finally got it right.
It was insane. It was one of the season 3 episodes. But before we hop into the podcast itself, it is Wednesday morning. We are going on vacation.
Yep.
And I want to do a little bit of a recap. So last week we uploaded an Instagram reel, and that got a lot of great feedback. And I just wanted to say thank you so much. One of the key things was that we released a re-release episode.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the Christina Arjona interview. So shout out again all the way back in time to Christina, who was so lovely and gave us a lot of insight on some of the intimacy coordination around season 1, which obviously we're going to talk about one of those main scenes today because we're talking about the finale of season 1. So shout out to her. The other thing is shout out to our pretties because we also announced that we're going on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
And we leave tonight.
Yeah.
Where are we going, hun?
Yeah, we're going to Orlando.
Yes.
We're going to see Mickey Mouse.
Home of Mickey Mouse, home of roller coasters, which I'm a big fan of, and home of another little surprise. So you guys may or may not get a mini vlog series. Mini vlog series about our vacation.
Jurassic Park.
Do you know the Forrest Gump connection to Jenny Han? I've told you this before.
Did she also have braces on her legs? Jurassic Child?
No.
No, I don't know.
What's the name of Jenny's production company?
Jenny
Kissed Me.
Oh.
Which is from Forrest Gump. So I
can't even put my finger on the scene where
Jenny kissed me.
I don't think they say that.
They don't say that?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong then.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I think they say that.
You love me, Jenny.
There's a lot of Jenny in the Forrest Gump world. Anyway, so we got a lot of really great feedback. Thank you so much for the sweet comments. A lot of people.
Not a smart man.
But I know what love is.
I know what love is.
Yeah. Where was I going with this? Thank you so much to the pretties. I don't know if you saw some of the comments, hun, but lots of people just giving us love and saying like, enjoy your vacation, guys. You deserve it. You work so hard. And we really appreciate that. And then also, shout out to some of the new pretties that have recently found us. I think one of the most interesting things was part of the reason that we re-release outside of just convenience in some weeks when things get tough or we're really busy is that if you're a new pretty who more recently found us, I think we're so blessed that we've been doing this for so long. Our catalog is pretty big. There are going to be some episodes that if you hit the skip button on those, it's fine. You won't be missing out on too much, like the kind of like some of the bonus episodes.
Like from 2021 Thanksgiving episode might not be relevant in 2026. So
yeah,
but like there are some episodes that are eligible, like evergreen, we call it in the content industry, like Christina Arjona. It's an evergreen episode.
Yes,
it's good anytime.
Yeah.
If we were to like that season 3 best scenes that we did recently,
yeah,
that could be good 6 years from now.
Yeah,
so some episodes can live on forever. Yeah, others are like very specific of a time.
Oh my gosh, AE merch drop from the very first season. Like you can listen to it. You may be a little bit sad because
literally all natural selection. Like I see what people listen to, and like no one cares about those episodes.
Yeah.
But people do replay like season 2, episode 3,
Yeah.
like review. Like that came out right after the episode. Like, okay.
Interestingly, I have had a number of pretties reach out and say like they'll go back and listen to our preview episodes just for the,
Yeah.
for lack of a better term, funniness and irony of it. So they're like, man, some of like Casey's takes that seem pretty unhinged or just like off the wall came true. Right? Like that you were in a groove in season 3 where you're nailing the episode titles. And then I think the biggest thing for me was just like nailing some of the Belly Conrad, how they come together plot points.
Sure you did.
Although it's also funny because you can also hear in my voice how scared I was at some points about how the series would go and how it would end and Belly's choices. So
Yeah.
all of that is very organic
So
to that time.
the newest episodes get listened to the most.
Yep.
And then like the OG episodes of like episode reviews.
Yep.
And then I would say in a distant third, those preview episodes are next behind that.
Okay.
And then in a distant fourth, the random
We call them emergency
podcast bonus episodes, blah blah blah. Those guys.
Yeah. So
They seem so important in the moment, though.
they are. So now that you're along for the ride, as things drop about the movie, as things drop news wise, we'll be here. So that's the recap. A little bit of new news, you know. I'm saying that a lot nowadays, and I'm like, New Heights podcast, please don't come for me.
Yeah,
But
you're playing with fire there.
I know. Okay, so more recent news in the Pretty universe.
Yeah.
Pretty news, so to speak. The Forbidden Fruits poster came out. The Amazon Studios officially announced Chris in Clashing Through the Snow and the fact that that's in production.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we are in March now, so we're going to talk about this at the end, but we're doing a little fun March Madness, like TSITP top 32 scenes as ranked. We're going to put them on a bracket, and we're going to have you guys vote head to head.
Yeah.
And winners advance.
So I'll do a fancy bracket here in the house, and you guys will vote on them. So like number 1 seed. What's the number 1 seed? What's the best scene of all time?
We're gonna announce this kind of like Selection Sunday style on the next podcast episode.
A one that could be a number 1 scene.
The train scene.
Okay, so number 1, the train scene versus number 32. Susanna paints Jeremiah.
Right. Yeah.
And you guys vote which scene is more iconic. Whatever has more votes moves on.
Yeah.
So 1 versus 32, 2 versus 31, 3 versus 30, and so on and so forth.
Yes. And I picked the scenes. Casey helped pick the scenes too. I put them in order, and then Casey had final veto voting power, so that I was.
I'm the impartial guy.
Right. It's not necessarily like my favorite scenes, although you all can absolutely vote on your favorite scenes. I tried to do it on most iconic.
I only made 2 adjustments.
Yeah. The peach scene. A lot of the season 3, episode 5 Conrad POV scenes got jockeyed around a little bit.
If it was up to Vicky, she would have just picked 32 scenes from season 3, episode 5, and
11.
Episode 11. So,
anyway,
here, guys.
But the next episode that we do is going to be us talking through like those scenes, how we ranked them, where we fought over which ones we fought for, what the contenders were, what the quote unquote play-in games were. It's all gonna be fun. So that's coming your way. Today, however, we are doing the replay it forward. Before we get into it, I just want to give a little love to this series. It's fun, right?
Yeah, for sure. And it's like unique to our podcast.
Yeah.
We always do the generic reviews, which are great and popular and kind of the backbone of the show. But it's
also those
new fun ideas.
Those are very plot driven. Here we're not really talking plot.
No, we're not.
We're talking through categories, and
so it's something different. You can have plot you know, that there are those episodes out there that we've done,
Yeah.
but this is something a little bit different and fun.
Yeah. So, I would say this episode, because it is the finale of season one, may actually be the most watched episode of all time. Because it is iconic. It is a finale episode, which tend to do better just in any show.
Sure,
And then,
Amazon Prime.
yeah. No, 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 of the series.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Because it's also been around the longest.
That's why I would say that.
So it's got more
Fact.
watch time.
Correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Watchability wise, we'll go in and we'll talk a little bit pound for pound. Certainly in the now that we know category, now in the nitpick categories. It's a fun episode. It's a good watch. There's some things that I'd change.
For sure.
Okay.
What's it called?
Summer love.
Okay. 3-word game.
Ooh, you go first.
Dun, dun, dun.
Are those words? Are this done a word?
They're technically sounds, but you can spell them.
Okay.
D-U-N, comma, D-U-N, comma,
D-U-N. And
Dun, dun.
yes, and when you do it like that, I think everybody knows what you're
I
talking
think
about.
so.
Okay. You know how Friends does the one where and then they just describe the episode? I think that when we're just talking amongst ourselves, like if I said Summer Love, you'd be like, which episode is that?
I'm
So
wearing a Forrest Gump hat too, in case for the YouTube people out there. It's Bubba Gump Shrimp.
Bubblegum Shrimp.
Yep.
Um,
Sorry, I cut you off there. What?
Friends always does a descriptive title, and I think that if we were talking about it just in regular conversation and I'm like, Summer Love, you'd be like, what the
The
hell?
one where Belly gets caught kissing Jeremiah.
Right. So I would say Conrad kisses Belly. I would say, although he does that a lot, so the most descriptive one I could come up with was
Belly kisses all.
she doesn't kiss all. She kissed all in episode 5. She didn't kiss all in episode 5, but she had 3 different guys all in episode 5. It was great. Go Belly. No, this episode is the I got to take out the Deb Ball episode. Deb Ball episode.
That's basic and lovely.
It's basic and it is what it is. Yeah. Okay.
Instant classic favorite scene.
Favorite scene. I know I wrote it down as a contender because I knew you were gonna say it. Let's see if I'm right.
Steven Belly driveway scene. Steven distills down all the problems of the show, the series, in one conversation.
What does he say again?
Like,
Oh, they're practically our family.
right, why are you first of all, Jeremiah? What about Conrad?
Yeah.
Like, you've been goo goo gaga over him forever.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's like we all thought at some point you guys would like start dating, like in college or some shit. So like you can't just flip like this. And then also they're like family.
Right.
It's gonna get messy.
Yes.
Blah blah blah.
And that's really true to Steven's character, right? Like the messiness of the situation he'll call out later on. Belly's flip-flopping.
Well, it puts him squarely in the middle.
It does. It does. Now, the flip-flopping, he also will call out again later, in addition to the messiness, when they had their actual big fight about it. The him saying like, what about Conrad? That almost to me signifies that he thinks that maybe there was a shot for the fact that Conrad would like her back, or maybe do you think he knows that Conrad might like her back?
I think it's destiny.
Oh, I like that idea.
You know, it's like we know that y'all have had something special and like
Okay.
you just have to grow up to catch up and eventually we'll get there.
See, I never thought of it like that before, but like again, like either how clever of Jenny or was it really written in the stars for those two if even Steven was feeling it?
Even Steven.
Or is it just kind of like Belly, like what? Like you've been talking about one guy forever and now you're just going to date his brother, which is also its own set of messiness. So write that down. If we ever get to interview Jenny Han, I want her to break down her intentionality of that because it's a choice, right? It's a choice to have Steven say
If
that.
you want to interview Jenny Han, you need to write it down.
I have to manifest it.
Yeah, we'll manifest it.
Yeah. Okay. Um,
Do you want to interview Jenny Han?
I don't know if I want to interview her. Like it's not for me about like the podcast, although I think our fans would love it. I just want to talk to her. I'd love to just like two gals over drinks, but the conversation has to be about TSI TV.
Nah, you gotta
and about
slow play it.
and about her as well. And about her as well.
This is my master art form.
All right. And then my favorite scenes. I wrote down the This Love scene. I have Taylor Swift with us in the studio today. It is the album for Lover. But This Love, great scene, perfect song choice. Waiting for it in the TSITP movie, but it's the first time that Belly and Conrad kiss. So I would be remiss if I didn't mention that. We're going to talk more about that scene and my feelings about that scene later
Let's
on.
do it right now.
No, 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 no. We'll do it later on because I have a little bit of a nitpick with the whole situation. But my favorite scene, and I've told you this and I explained myself, but I'm going to do it again. The Way I Love You,
Then.
the song choice, the way that it's shot, but more important to me, I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite scenes, and I don't get the same feeling watching it over and over and over again as I did that very first time. But my memory of before the podcast, before I rope-a-doped you into it, before anything, I didn't know about the books. I found the series. I binge watched season 1, episode 1 through episode 7.
We know the lore.
I was devastated that Belly chose Jeremiah. I was totally team Conrad and I wanted him to get his dues. And he just wasn't. And we were running out of time. Like every finale, it's like we're running out of time. There's only one episode left. And how is this going to play out? How is this going to happen? So, in that moment, when you know Jeremiah is gone, you know that something needs to happen. And you see Conrad stand up. There's like a hush goes over the crowd. It's shot in slow motion. You just kind of know what it's building up to, and then the beat drops on that song, which is a build-up beat. It's
Random as fuck.
it's incredible in how it made me feel, and
Yeah.
that is what Jenny meant.
The framing of that helps me a little bit with the randomness of it all.
Okay, I feel you because when rewatching it, it does seem very random. If the audience, so like that was done for the audience. The song is for the audience. The slow-mo is for the audience. In the real world, not everybody in the room dropped what they were doing and hear Taylor Swift playing in their head and are watching these two magically come together.
Well, it's like for the visuals here, it's like Jeremiah and Belly are moving in lockstep all throughout this episode, making out,
Declaring,
declaring their love for each other.
not love yet, but yeah.
Belly tells Nicole that she's so over Conrad and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Jared does the big dance and Belly's loving it.
Yep.
And then
Conrad had said, like, you made the right choice.
you made the right choice. Good point, hon. All these things. And then like Jared takes a phone call over here.
He doesn't take a phone call. He steals the phone. And
Whatever happens, right? So Jared just like goes to the next room
I feel you.
and it's like the show just changes.
Shifts. Yeah. Yeah. No, I get it. And again, it's shot very cinematically. So on 100th watch, you can be like, this is corny, this is cheesy, time didn't really slow down, right? Like we're not in a different time and space. We are just still at a teenage dead ball.
Yeah, if Conrad really wanted to be the hero, he would have went and got Jared.
No, Jenny genius. Remember the parallels here. When Jared goes missing from his wedding day, Conrad does go and get Jared, and they do have a fight. So again, that parallel, we couldn't step on that exact thing happening because Jenny had to leave a couple of bullets in the chamber for her bigger arc, and yet do something very similar. It's crazy. It's crazy what she pulled off. I'm impressed.
Are we going off of the understanding that she knew she was getting more seasons?
I'm going under the understanding that she had to leave a couple bullets in her chamber in case she was getting more seasons because she knew where she was wanting to go with it.
Okay.
Yeah. I think there's a part of her that's always hopeful there, just the same way that she, I was gonna say lied, straight out fibbed to everyone, like, oh yeah, like I just have a draft. Like this is just this random idea that this movie is happening. I'm like, nah, you had that shit greenlit. You were thinking, she said she was thinking about it between season 2 and season 3 that she might want a movie. So,
Yep, it's a Saved by the Bell. Big Saved by the Bell.
all right. But yeah, The Way I Love You is by far most iconic to me personally. Okay. All right, what's the next category? Because I wrote them down in not the
It
right
was
order.
Fight Me If You Want, but my Fight Me If You Want was that scene is crazy.
Can you elaborate on that just for the pretties though?
I
Like
mean, we kind of just did with my visual. Um,
just like how fast it shifts on a dime like that?
yeah, and like literally, if Jared doesn't leave the room, the entire that doesn't happen because basically Jared exits the plot at that point.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah. The only thing that I will say is that while you could view it as very contrived as a situation, and there could have been a number of different things that happened there, if you think about it from
More of an indictment on the fact that Belly really doesn't give a fuck about Jared.
no, I don't think that's true.
What about?
I think she was like literally going through a panic attack when she's like, "Where is Jer? We're about to do this big thing in front of everyone. I'm on stage. They're like calling. The
Okay.
music's about to start."
Okay, and then you finish the dance and then like get back to your Jared shit.
No.
But she doesn't do that. She ends up on the beach with Conrad. She doesn't. So it's like,
Oh, well, yeah, okay. Okay, but I'm talking about this scene right now.
I gotcha, but it's really like I'm talking about. This is a turning point.
No, it is a turning point. It is a turning
Right.
point. So, but I'm not willing to believe that she didn't care about Jer.
He's finding out. We've talked about this 1,000 times, but he's finding out for the first time that his mom has cancer.
I know.
Like,
So
if
there-
you cared about Jer, you would go be there for
No,
Jer.
we're gonna talk about that. That's you're stepping on my nitpick here. It's probably because we've done this already.
This is Fight Me If You Want, okay?
No, I know. That's why I'm fighting you. So, yes, she gets caught up in the moment with Conrad. So, like, even afterwards, Jerry's come back and she's still like whispering to Conrad, like, you did great. He's confessing to her, I'm glad it was me. That part of it is a little bit like, eek. Jeremiah is really sad right now, and he just walked in the door and he's seeing you guys like be caught up in this moment together. The caught up in the moment ends very abruptly because Jeremiah comes up to Conrad and Belly does say, like, Jeremiah, where were you? We were worried about you. And he's like,
They weren't.
but he was like, no, Con, I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you. And then shit hits the fan. So anyway, the only saving grace of that is that Belly won't make that mistake again. Just keep in mind that the stakes here are very, very. Take that
This
back.
is more of a now that you know then, because we got to treat this as if
No, I get it. I get it. In the moment here, though, it's not like Jeremiah and Belly are in a real relationship. It's not like anyone else knows. And it's not like, unlike Jeremiah, to not like be there in that moment. It's just kind of like Conrad's there. This shit's about to start. Let's get going. We'll find Jeremiah later.
imagine the SMH that's going through Steven's head when he sees Conrad
Stepping
walking
in.
up like this. Fucking
Well, I don't
sister of mine.
no, I don't. I think the SMH is not when it starts to happen, but like the glances afterwards, right, where they're a little bit caught up and talking to each other like they're in love. Like, yeah, there's some stuff there. My Fight Me If You Want, which I don't know that anyone would fight me on this actually, unless you're like the type of Team Conrad that hates Jeremiah, which I don't like those people. But
You've had your moments.
fight me if you want, but this is like the scene where Jer and Belly are in front of the car. Like he's walked her out to the car, he's put her bag in.
That's the best year.
It is, I thought this when I first watched it. I think it every time I rewatch it. And the fight me if you want is there are plenty of people who are like, Jir has so many better scenes later on. He's great to Belly. And I'm like, okay, fine, chill. But
This is the best it
this
gets.
is the best version of Jeremiah with Belly. He pumps her up. She's feeling a little bit insecure about some stuff, and he helps her out. He does it in his like Jeremiah, cute, charismatic, we're friends, but I also really care about you way. I love the little twirl where he like and out and I will dance you right out of there, right? It's
Unfortunately, he doesn't dance her right out of there.
he, I know. But it's very cute. It's very lighthearted. There's a kiss that's not cringy. They look like a couple in a new relationship.
They kill it there.
They kill it. They kill it. And while we know there's other stakes involved, as a spliced out moment between those two, I really like that scene. I really, really like that scene.
Pee break.
Oh, pee break. We're on to pee break. Okay. You go.
There's like basically the entire third quarter of this episode
No.
where it's like all of the announcements of like
Yeah.
Gigi's yearbook stats and whoever else, Mora
Mora.
I don't know. Is that a name of one of the people on 85th watch? I'm like,
Cut.
what are we getting to here? Come on. Laurel talking to John.
About like there's always been a third person
Blah,
in our
blah,
marriage.
Yep. Anything that includes Liam and Poker again on the dance floor. I'm like, dude, why do we have to do this? Um, all of that I can just,
Cut.
I mean, not cut. It's just
Skip.
tea break. Like
Skip.
you
Yeah.
need it, especially if it's just the first, like if we're assuming this was a confined season
Yeah, right.
because they're trying to make Steven deeper and blah, blah, blah. And you want to give like, they wanted to shoehorn in
Liam.
yes, but they also wanted to like be conscious of like the donations and where they were going and
Yes.
like all the things that the show stands for and
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
So I wrote down the same thing. For me, it's almost like sometimes when, not to call you out, but when we're watching movies and things like that, Casey is notorious
Yeah.
for like when you know the resolution of the bigger arc has happened, you just turn it off. Like, I need sometimes, like, if we're watching a romantic comedy, I need the payoff. Like, I need,
Get the payoff. You don't like the epilogue is what
but there's so much like that goes into it that yes, I do want to see them holding hands and walking out onto the dock, even though they already kissed, right? Like,
Yeah.
if they if it's a drama where you didn't know if the person was gonna live and then they do live, I do want to see the like mini montage of like how their life turned out. Casey is very like, okay, we knew what we needed, it happened, let's pick something else.
Yeah. That's true.
So, and that's how I usually don't feel that way, but like you said on the 85th rewatch, yes, I can take a pee break. I can do the dishes. I can go refill my soda. I can go pop some popcorn while we're hearing.
I love the documentaries though where they like give you the updates in text at the end. Those are my jams.
Okay, yeah,
Those little epilogues.
yeah. Like it's like, where are we now?
Yeah, and I also documentaries. I hate hearing about the childhood.
This is more of like when we watch true crime
I mean,
stuff.
even if it was like a sports thing. Like if
Oh,
I'm watching a Kobe Bryant documentary,
you
I
don't.
don't care about when he was 5
But
or
but
6 or
that's how.
7.
Do you feel that way about all of our flashbacks in The Summer I Turned Pretty? You can be honest.
I mean, I think I'm a little bit
More sensitive to them.
more sensitive to these
Yeah.
because they're trying to tell a story. But I think part of it is like if you're going to flash back at this stage of the game, the footage that we're always seeing in these documentaries is like grainy VHS footage, and it's just like
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I get it. But yes, when did you say Paige reading off the Deb Ball girls who are not Belly and Shayla and barely Shayla at this point when I rewatch it. Like I don't care.
You want to have a quiz as to who the parents' names of each dead ball participant?
Could not. If we were to do like a super challenging like trivia night,
Oh, how about
I mean, do you know Gigi's last name? I,
Boucheron?
yeah, okay, all right. So
How about where the money's going to the different charities?
inner city
Inner
schools,
city feeding East Asian families,
feeding East
Harlem.
Asian families, yes. And Belly obviously gave hers to the women's shelter
Yeah.
that Susanna's part of. Yeah.
Gaming Foundation of
The Gaming Foundation.
uh
Is this Denise? Is Denise giving her
yeah.
money to the Gaming Foundation? Oh gosh. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. What was the next one? Next category, please.
Jenny Han Genius.
Oh, so many. I've
I
so many.
I just wrote that Susanna was finally self-aware in one scene, which I think she needed to be because she's just so operating on such like a level sometimes that
It's it's truly the blessing and the curse with Susanna because Belly mentions it too. Like she handcrafted this big magical world that is their childhood, which is like a great thing to do for your children, right? But then on the other hand, some of the remarks, the comments, the everything is grand and beautiful all the time is like she overdoes it.
well, yeah, and it's like you're not in touch with like the masses, or you're not in touch with like the less thans or the have-nots.
Or especially for like a Laurel who does, if you had to pin like pessimist versus optimist together, like who's more pragmatic about the world or sees the world not rosy and beautiful, it's more so Laurel,
You're right.
right?
Nothing wrong with seeing the world
Rosy.
beautiful.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with it, but especially as the kids are growing up and they start to see a little bit of cracks in that armor, I think that's where it kind of fucks them up.
Yeah.
And the scene you're talking about is when she's talking to Belly, right?
Yeah, she's like,
Yeah. Did I push you into
let's
this?
push into this. Right.
And I like
Kind of late at this point, but
late, but I kind of like that Belly's like, yeah, sort of. But there's the self-awareness of that, and then there's the, oh, I'm so glad that Jared's taking you. They'd do anything for you. And then there's a pause, and she's like, they both would. I'm like,
she's a crazy person.
Susanna. I'm like, oh boy. Um, my Jenny genius is I love Jenny's use of what could be side characters or forgettable characters. I'm not saying they're forgettable characters for this reason. She uses them sometimes as a device to give us the message because she's the author, right? Like in a book, in text, you can just like point blank give us a message. But she's doing it in the show via these side characters. So
Yeah.
Nicole, Belly and Nicole are talking, and she's like, "You never get over your first love." She calls Conrad a fuckboy. She's like, "Look, like it's no big deal. He's kind of a fuckboy." But then she's like, "But Belly, you're kind of a fuck girl too." And she mentions like first Cam, now Jeremiah, then Conrad, now Jeremiah. Like Belly, you're playing with a lot of hearts, and that is such a great usage of foreshadowing what this is really all about. It's about
Yeah.
Belly, unreliable narrator, Belly, you're kind of a fuck girl too, and that's gonna be like hit go, like that's gonna be the whole rest of the series here is what boy you choose. And then also the whole fuck boy, fuck girl thing, I think she doled out responsibility and fuckishness equally to Conrad and also to Belly. And I think that Jenny, I disagree with it, but Jenny, especially in season 3, caught a lot of heat for why is Belly so stupid and why can't we write characters that are good and like why are the parents like so fucked up and why are people cheating on each other? Like there's a lot of that, and Jenny is like, because it's an honest portrayal of people, right? Like people are messy. People are not perfect. People have to grow up. They have to become pretty. They have to learn who they are.
Right.
in the world, and that's the story I wanted to tell. So if some of it upsets you because they're making poor decisions, like welcome to the world. And I think that that was a really great way to just kind of say like, yeah, they're all kind of fucking up.
All right, extra dreams.
Ooh, extra dreams. Oh, I didn't even do one for this. Okay, you go.
I didn't either, but off the top of my head, I would say
We did this in the car, by the way.
dead ball.
Oh, you would want to be a, would you want to be a dancer?
Shit, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Shit, yeah.
I think it would be so cool if you were like in the boy dancer group because
Yeah.
the boys had more to do and it seemed really, really fun. I could say the dance, but then I'd have to learn the waltz. Hmm.
You would. You bought a dress for the wedding. I think you learned the waltz.
I think I could learn the waltz, right?
I could teach it to you.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I'd want to be, yeah, I think it's got to be the dead ball.
Tiny crimes, nitpicking.
Nitpicking. Ooh. Oh, I have many. Should I go first?
I'll start.
Okay.
Um, Conrad with the all-time random uh fishing suggestion.
Um, oh, wait.
What?
Okay, I
There
have
has been zero crumbs that have been led to believe that Conrad is a fan of
fishing.
spending time fishing in his free time.
Remind me to come back to that. I wrote down something about Conrad and Jer and fishing, but I'm gonna save it for another category.
Okay. Like sailing is the closest I can get that we've heard about like anything to do with.
A boat.
Yeah, like when I think of fishing, I feel like Conrad's talking about like the three of them throwing on backpacks and going to the river and like camping and going overnight fishing. That's what I'm visioning
Okay.
in my head. And it
Okay.
just seems super random.
Okay. You don't think it's the like well-to-do version of that, which is like deep sea fishing?
That would be more acceptable. And
Also,
let me
Conrad,
fuck myself up here because
Conrad and Cleveland were literally fishing
what you talking
earlier,
about?
though.
How?
He was like hooking bait when he's telling Conrad that he hooked up with Laurel. He's like hooking bait and he's like, what am I gonna catch out here? And Conrad says like, oh, it's a great for blah 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 and blues. And
Mm,
he's like, I don't want a great white in here.
he does. I think it does happen. And in season three, don't they?
I was that yeah.
Isn't there like a fishing trip or something that someone skips or some shit?
Conrad skips. So I don't want to step on it, but Conrad skips the fishing trip with the boys as that's a part of Jeremiah's bachelor.
Okay, so
So maybe they do fish.
I was right. I was thinking like the ghetto version of fishing.
I know. You were thinking like Goonies, right? Like,
Yeah, like
let's put on our
put
back.
it on our backpacks and going down to the river and like using worms and shit. But they are doing the bougie version, which makes a lot more sense. So we just talk through it. That's why we do the show.
I have so many nitpicks, and you can
Yeah, bounce.
give me feedback. We always talk about this one. I just honorable mention Shayla's dress. We talk about it all the time. Whatever that was that she was wearing does not look like
It's a lot of money for.
it doesn't look like it's worth a lot of money. It doesn't look like it was made by a designer. It doesn't look like she needed to fly to New York.
I think it's growing on me. I think the more that we hate on it, the more it grows on me.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
But hey,
Okay. Okay. Kind of like you and Conrad.
just some random string.
The more you hate on Conrad, the more you
I
can.
don't hate on Conrad. I'm just balancing out the show.
Um, okay. I think that Steven could have borrowed the money from his dad.
Yeah.
Steven goes to Shayla, heart in hand, like, oh, I fucked up. I lost all my money. She does. I forgot that she nominates asking the mom for the money, and he's absolutely right. He's like, no, Laurel would freak. Like, not doing
Yeah,
that.
he's not cashing in that chip on this stupid ass fucking event.
Yeah, but his dad already offered in the 4th of July episode to buy him a tux. Or rent,
A
rent,
tux.
rent.
Not a $5,000 designer fucking.
Oh, you thought that he actually went and got that $5,000 one?
That's what he was saving his money for.
Oh, okay. Then I have a different nitpick.
What?
Why doesn't he already have the suit?
That's true.
It's the morning of.
Or
You
maybe, yeah.
or maybe he just like lost the money a week ago and waited until the
Yeah.
very
Maybe she's
day to
supposed to
tell
have it
her.
already. He's supposed to have it already.
Um, well, then he really fucked up. So
Yeah, but it
yeah.
worked out good.
So it makes sense why she got all sassy on him. No, my big nitpick. Although I love obviously the Belly and Conrad beach first time kiss, it's great, it's cinematic. It may have been the last shot of anything we ever saw from the series. So I get it.
Yeah.
And then it may have not even been a series. It may have just been one season. But why were Belly and Conrad out on the beach together by themselves at 5 a.m. when the sun was rising in the first place? So Belly and Jeremiah were locked in enough that she told Steven she chooses Jeremiah.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremiah, obviously, because he freaks out over the Conrad thing, was like, he thought they were something real and serious. So I'm just thinking, Belly just found out that Susanna's cancer is back. Poor Jeremiah also realizes that it's back. Maybe Belly should talk to Jeremiah about
Yeah.
the fact that he didn't dance with her. And I'm like, when did they have their conversation? We see all the kids crying, we see them having a nice dinner, and then it just flashes forward to Belly and Conrad
Yeah, like,
already
what
sitting.
happened in the meantime?
What happened on like maybe Belly and Jeremiah had a conversation and it wasn't a very deep conversation, and then Belly's like, I'm gonna go out to the beach, do you want to come with me? He says, no, I'm kind of drained, I'm gonna go to bed, I'll see you tomorrow morning.
And Conrad's like, "Ooh, opportunity knock."
Did you see what I mean? Like, if that is what happened, I'll buy it. But
That's got to be what happened.
it is a little bit crazy to me that she's not out on the beach with Jeremiah,
Jerry got
like
taken out of the plot, bro. That's all I'm saying. We talked about this.
consoling each other over the big news that just happened, talking about talking to each other, being like they're best friends, like being best friends.
Fit check, best outfit.
Wait, but do you agree with me?
Yeah, we talked about this already.
So, and then I also have another point. Do you think that Conrad and Belly were like both at the house and like, you want to walk out to the beach? Because then that means that seems a little bit more like, they're hiding something. Or do you think maybe like Conrad was out on the beach by himself and Belly walks up? Or do you think Belly was on the beach and Conrad's like, let me go talk to
I
her?
think all three are equal.
Okay. But you see where it's it's kind of like in season 3. Belly had plans with Jeremiah to meet out on the beach. She goes down to the beach and oop, she finds Conrad. You know, there's a little parallel there.
Fit check, best outfit. I'm gonna go with Shayla in her workout white
Okay.
that we see when she gets told the bad news, or Susanna's polo shirt, which is some straight gas.
The one that's multicolored?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It
Okay.
kind of reminds me of the dude from Never Have I Ever,
Who?
Homeboy, not Paxton Hall Yoshida, but the other one. He wore a polo like that,
Oh, did he?
a button down. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, interesting.
What's his name?
Gosh.
The guy who won, who wasn't supposed to.
Davian Paxton and Davy and
Jared or some shit. Jason. Jack.
no, Jaren is his real name.
Jaren is his real name.
That's his real name. I how do I know his real name? Jaren Lewinson, but I don't. Oh my God, Ben.
Ben.
Ben. Yes, Ben. Okay, I knew it was like a very plain, simple name.
What's yours?
Okay. I'm gonna say I liked Laurel's dress with the big bow on the back. The red dress, and when she walks in, it has like the big bow.
It is a big bow.
Yeah, and then later on in season 3, Taylor has a very similar dress with a big bow. So I like the big bow dress. But also honorable mention to they do it a lot to Belly, but Belly jean shorts, white top. It's like her outfit. She wears it in this episode, she wears it in previous episodes in season 1, and then surf cut, jean shorts, white top.
See-through white top.
See-through white top because she's an adult.
now.
She's older now.
Life lesson. What is a lesson for the audience or for a character? I have multiple.
You always do. I'm always super excited to hear what you say because you always go very literal.
Yeah. Okay, so
I have one literal one.
life lesson. Prune.
Prune. Prune. It didn't work.
It's almost like
Prune. Well, she said, say the word prune and it makes your cheekbones look great. But I think that's for like when you're doing photography, not when she's supposed to be smiling and they have to correct her, like, smile. Like, why is Belly making that weird face?
they also put shoes in the freezer to shrink them or some shit.
I wrote that one. Yes, to stretch them.
Stretch them. Is that
Yeah.
real? Have you heard that?
I have not, but yeah, kind of like learning how to get hotel corners from Conrad. Like, I learned something here.
And we'll also say never use gambling as a way to earn the amount of money that you're looking to get.
Well, also because he
Again, that was
wanted,
zero.
but he also wanted to seem like a baller.
Bola.
A baller. Um, life lesson. I would also say, mm, no, I'm good.
Okay.
Good.
Now that we know, what scene do you think of differently?
Oh, I have so many.
I'll start.
Okay.
So the Liam stuff is necessary because they want to give Steven's character depth.
Yes.
He is insecure about this and that and like blah blah blah.
And you got to remember that Steven didn't really have a purpose or a
In the
character
books.
in the books.
Right. So they're like drawing it from scratch here.
Yeah.
So this was like attempt number one at making some depth to him.
And we needed also to give him sympathy. Like you had to care about him. You had to kind of like
Yes.
root for him.
On 85th rewatch, it doesn't land.
Yeah.
And the stuff that they do in the future is way better for his depth.
Yes. Yeah. It's almost like they figured him out.
They figured him out. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Okay.
Now that we know that, I would say the Liam thing is like one of the only things that I think you could cut.
Yeah.
Actually cut.
Actually cut.
Yeah.
Without it messing the plot up too
Right.
much.
Right.
Yeah.
At all.
My now that we know is I did write down Conrad and Jeremiah never fish apparently LOL is what I wrote. Now that we know that Conrad had nominated a fishing trip, obviously that fishing trip does not happen because of the bomb that's dropped, right? The news about Susanna. And everybody's crying to Phoebe Bridgers' funeral at the end. Okay. But also, in season 3, Conrad also skips out on the fishing trip, and Jer calls him out on it later on at the rehearsal. And he's like, what? Like, you bail early on the bachelor party, you don't come on the fishing trip, and that's where Conrad's like, I'm doing the best I can, man.
Yeah, Conrad, a little bit flaky on the old boys' friendships.
I know. Yeah. But he did nominate it, and they were all excited about it, but then the other shoe drops, right? In more ways than one. Because Jer will also find out that next morning that Belly is now kissing and choosing Conrad.
Right.
The other thing,
I think his relationships, his male relationships, can open up a little bit now that he's
locked in with Belly.
Yeah, secured his heart.
I also wrote that maybe we already talked about this, but just once again, Jenny's ability to leave room for the rest of the series if we were going to get a season 2 and season 3, but also telling a complete story. Because there are so many parallels. Like, Jared going missing is very similar to Jared going missing on the day of the wedding, right? So there's that. The other thing that you're reminded of is that this is lower stakes. So when Jared goes missing from the wedding, Belly and Conrad both feel like it's their fault. So Belly is way more panicked in that situation than obviously you said she is here. So there's that. The other thing though, we were watching it, I'm using air quotes, we're watching it while driving because don't watch things while driving. But we're reviewing it and it was a part where Jared comes in and he punches Conrad and then they have a little scuffle. And I remember you saying, like, man, she did such a great job. They fight too. You know, and again, it's the last episode of the season. If you think of the parallel to that in the grander arc of the story, it's a different version of the fight at the cemetery between Conrad and Jeremiah when they
Yeah.
fight. So it's very interesting how she was able to create a whole new plot line to get season one, but then it doesn't take away from the future parallel scenes either. Yeah?
Sure. For
Okay.
sure. For sure.
All right. What else did we have?
So, it would be then B-sides, Steph's casual.
B-sides. Okay. I have some good ones. As per usual, I did get a little bit of help from ChatGPT, but I also had one that I picked on my own. So, would you like to go first?
No, but I do have something for after.
Okay.
You go first.
Okay. So, I would not, let me go on record and say I would not change the song, but when everybody's crying and they're doing that montage,
Don't you dare take away my Phoebe.
Phoebe Bridgers' funeral, I think the song wasn't out at the time, so you can't really replace it. But Billie Eilish, Wildflower,
Mm.
um, Julian Baker, Appointments, because they got a similar vibe. Her and Phoebe have a similar vibe, and it's an equally sad song. And then a song I didn't know about that ChatGPT gave me.
This kid is dead. But
Another song that I didn't know about that ChatGPT gave me is a Sufjan Stevens song, and it's called Fourth of July. And that's like a really sad.
good one, I think.
It is. It's a sad, like very moody song. The context of it doesn't match the way that Funeral does, but like vibe wise, I think it would have worked.
Super vibey, bro.
Is that from Snack Homies?
I mean, Snack Homies is great.
Snack Homies on SNL is funny. Okay.
Snack. That song is chopped, bro. I'm gonna hit you with a little bit of ooh and a little bit of and you're gonna say we're gonna preview this a little bit just because that's how I'm feeling.
They can't hear it on the thing though.
What?
If you preview the song?
No, 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 no,
Oh.
no, 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 no.
Well, no, do you have a B-side?
No, I said I'm gonna add something in after.
Oh, okay. Okay. Are you adding a category? I don't know what's happening.
Okay, so we don't gotta tell them where or what, but may the you just mentioned Sufjan Stevens. Can we expect Sufjan Stevens as one of the top 32 scenes of all time in the March Madness bracket?
Of course we can.
You think it made the cut?
I think it did.
Okay.
I did.
All right.
Why?
Because we're just adding some extra fun to this episode here.
Are we previewing?
We're previewing.
Oh. Well, do you want to tell everybody what we're going to do? Can you describe?
We already did tell,
Well, okay.
right?
Sort of. Are we done with Summer Love?
Yes, we're done with Summer Love.
Oh, okay.
We
That happened abruptly. I just wasn't ready for it. So,
we said that everyone's gonna vote.
well, no,
different
I know,
scenes.
but I want to wrap up Replay It Forward. So, guys, that was Replay It Forward season 1.
Yes, it was.
Right?
It was absolutely.
I thought it was super fun, and
I mean, I don't even think of this as like a closure to anything. Like we're gonna be doing season 2, episode 1 in 2 weeks.
can I tell you a secret?
What?
Uh, season 2 is really hard for me, and I would love to skip season 2 and rewatch
Nutcase.
and rewatch season 3, but we're not gonna do that.
Okay,
guys.
so how about this? This is what I've been thinking lately. I would rather just have super hot fucking take here. I would rather just have season 1 standalone
Stop.
than the 3 seasons by themselves.
Why?
I mean, you're out here just like trying to skip an entire season.
no,
like- Well,
no.
but you literally just said that.
No.
So-
in order of how I'm feeling right now and what I want to rewatch.
Okay.
It wouldn't make sense in the
But
grand scheme
That's
of
what I'm saying. Like season 1 is so unassailable. Like it's 7 episodes. It's brisk. It's tight. There's a very little fat in it. Very little fat. And like when you go with 2 extra seasons, there's a lot more fat. That's all.
get it, but we were just talking about how you watch TV shows and movies, and you don't like a lot of like the backstory and things like that. I like when it's more drawn out. I like when there's more character development.
Here's this, like my favorite show of all time is True Detective season one. If they were like, hey, we are gonna do two more seasons with the same characters, I'd be like, are we gonna ruin it?
Yeah.
You know, season one is a fucking masterpiece.
I'm glad you think
You
so.
know?
Yeah. But I also love drama. So when I say I'm not, I'm just saying I would rather in this moment rewatch season three than season two. I like season two. I remember being so shocked by how much I like season two because in the hiatus, I rewatched season two, I think a lot more than I rewatched season one.
We haven't seen season two in a minute, so I'm excited for that. Like I don't remember I'm excited to rewatch that.
I'm excited to rewatch season two, replay it forward, so to speak, from a different lens.
Yeah,
Like,
5 minutes ago you were like,
no, like not from like a plot point standpoint, right? From a plot point, it's just very sad. It's
yeah.
very, very sad.
So season one is over with. Don't be sad. We're gonna be back doing this again in 2 weeks with season two, episode one. So don't think that we're like only doing season one, everyone. Vicky's having a little bit of vitamin C energy over here.
Vitamin C energy?
The graduation.
Oh, that's imagine if we didn't have the movie.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh. And
Uh,
also, did we talk about the fact that they're calling it a leak? It's not really a leak, but Gavin, I think he was on the red carpet. Don't quote me on this, but I think it may have been at like the SAG Awards or something like that.
yeah.
And they asked him about the Summer I Turned Pretty movie. I don't know if he slipped. I don't know if he lied. I don't know if it's valid. And they told everyone, like, hey, you can start saying this now. But they asked when the TSITP movie was coming. He said, well, hopefully it would be out next year.
Which is what we've been tracking, but now it's just
2027.
a more official thing.
Yeah.
Just tell him about Fat Conrad.
Um, Chris, you mean? I don't know his name. We don't know his name yet. He has a new name.
Oh, it's true.
But it's in the Clashing Through the Snow. Amazon Studios released an official post about how it's in production. We already knew it was in production because of the Santa.
The picture is weird. It's almost like
It's a little
it
weird.
looks like digitally altered. I don't know if you guys have been following the Jim Carrey craziness, but maybe he got cloned. People have been saying Jim Carrey got cloned. It's like this whole crazy thing. But
You think that they cloned Chris Briney?
no, I'm just making a joke. But
It doesn't quite look
it looks
like
digitally altered a little bit. That's all I'm saying.
looks like him, and he looks fine, but he doesn't look like him.
Yeah.
And his face is a little bit more full, which is weird because we see him all the time. Like,
Looks like someone slipped with the brush a little bit on the on the Photoshop.
yeah. When I say we see him all the time, we do not see Chris Briney all the time, but we see him obviously like courtside at Knicks games and things like that. Like he's not actually 20 pounds heavier. I
We were
don't think.
courtside at the UVA game last night.
Go Who's. So guys, with March Madness, it's all of the teams in the country, and this committee selects and ranks what seeding teams are.
Yes.
Okay. And Selection Sunday is before the bracket comes out, even though you know your team may be in the tournament, you don't know exactly where they'll fall or who they'll play, right?
Right. And there's like a subsect of teams who don't know if they'll be there or not. So it's like
Yes.
a very important day where it's like, and this is a basketball thing.
College.
Where like teams are watching and the only way that they'll know is if their name pops up on the TV.
Yes. So, our next episode, because we're doing this TSITP Best Top 32 Teams tournament, is
Scenes.
oh, I'm sorry. No, I said teams.
Yeah.
Oh boy, March Madness brain. Scenes is going to be very akin to Selection Sunday. So we're going to reveal the 32 scenes that you guys will be voting on. We're going to reveal how and why we place them in the orders. And then we're going to release for everybody who's playing whom.
I think we should just do it now that we're like having this conversation. I think we should just do like a live stream instead of doing an episode.
Would you guys like that?
That would be better. I'll do like we can because that way
Well, we'll still release it post.
right. But we can just do it like how I'm envisioning it is filming me up on the board
Writing up the
and
teams.
then
Or
or revealing them,
oh, would you
like
guys like that?
pulling the tabs off and be like, okay, the first matchup is this scene versus that scene.
I think the pretties will like that.
Okay, so you figure out if that's the thing. That's what we're doing. It's Vicky's teased it out a few times, but that's our next big project is the you guys are picking the scenes.
Yeah.
Best scene of all time is what we're gonna end up with.
Yeah. So make
The
sure you
sensual
vote.
champion here.
Make sure you vote if you care deeply. If not, there may be some upsets.
Uh, people are gonna vote. People are
Okay.
gonna vote.
I'm just saying if you care deeply about one scene versus the other, shoot your shot.
Okay. Do you think that Sufjan Stevens will make the cut?
Yes.
Do you think that Susanna's pie cake tray will make the cut?
What, belly tripping and falling on Susanna, who falls on the
Breaks her cake plate.
no.
Boy. Do you think that Dance Dance Revolution makes the cut?
No.
Whoa. Do you think Shoot Your Shot makes the cut?
I wanted it to, but I think we disagree on that one. I don't know if anything from that. Oh no, wait, take it back. I think something from that episode will make the cut.
We tried to select how we did the selection process is we listed all 26 episodes, right?
Yep.
And then,
Named a couple scenes from each.
yep. And then that gave us like 45.
Narrowed down the field.
Yeah. Narrowed down the field and we got it to like
32.
36 or some
30,
shit.
yeah.
And then I was like, okay. We originally went into this thinking that we wanted to have a scene from every episode at least. In order to have these extra scenes here, we're going to have to sacrifice some of the less important scenes from certain episodes.
Correct.
So there is not a scene from every episode. So
Yeah.
we had to make some sacrifices.
We also had to make some sacrifices. There are not scenes from every set of characters.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, with only 32 to make the cut, we had to cut
Oh, damn.
some actual characters that
I've got it right now.
don't even we're gonna do it live, guys. We're gonna do a live podcast episode.
Okay.
And you guys can play along. You can agree to disagree, but at the end of the day,
You guys decide.
one seeds lose to 16 seeds sometimes in
Sometimes.
one time, apparently.
2 times.
2 times in the tournament. So, regardless of how I feel about it, regardless of how they come in ranked,
Right.
hey, you guys may vote, and
But
32 may vote out number one.
but there's no way Cake Stand is going to beat
Oh yeah,
Surf Cut.
yeah, they won't be that easy. They won't be that easy. I'm just curious to see if like the tournament game, like the very last, is gonna be like two Bonrad scenes going head to head, or if it really is gonna end up being like a Jer versus a Conrad scene.
All I know is people are going to get into it. Like every day you wake up, like, okay, what's the matchup today? What's the matchup today? It's going to be fun. We're going to Orlando, so any pretties out in Orlando,
Give us some recommendations.
drop us a line, give us some recommendations.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys at Better with Glasses Pod on Instagram, betterwithglassespod@gmail.com. Questions, comments, concerns. Leave us a review if you love the show. If you want to join our Patreon, we are still doing stuff with Patreon. It's $3.99 to be part of the community.
There's gonna be some cool Patreon stuff that has to do with that kind of like March Madness
Yep.
tournament thing.
Yeah, what are we doing with that?
We'll announce it next time.
Okay. What else?
Oh, you said that you were going to do a better job on YouTube of ring the notification bell. So,
Oh yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe, ring the notification bell for all the new stuff.
all right. We will give you guys more details
Yeah.
on apparently the live episode that we're going to do.
Yeah, I think maybe instead of releasing it on instead of
We'll figure it out.
releasing it Thursday morning, maybe it's a YouTube only thing.
And then we
do it Wednesday night.
can pull the audio after the fact.
Yeah. So
the
maybe
podcast.
to give us time, maybe Wednesday night, so we can still have it up by Thursday morning.
More to come. Thanks
Yeah.
everyone for listening, and we'll see you next time.